What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Pixel Pulse, a video game podcast where we were going to touch grass this week, but then a new game launched. This is episode 22, and with me, as always, my good friend Kyle Olson. Kyle, man, good to be here with you today. How are you?
Heather, good. I've actually been watching lots of people touch grass, if you couldn't tell by my attire.
Yeah. It's World Cup time, and
They,
I know
they,
you've been talking about it, man. I know you're excited.
I have. I'm trying to force it on you, like a vegan, with
You're
their
trying
with
to
their meal
be
choices.
like a
Yeah,
vegan. Come on, you know you want to.
yeah. Like no,
Uh,
I'm vegan, man. I'm sorry, I don't touch that stuff. No, it's sliding and tackling and goal kicks and all kinds of stuff. It's been a lot of fun.
so I don't
And
pay
I got new
attention.
jerseys for Father's Day, so like I'm just wearing
Did
them
you
all the
really?
times. Yeah, I did.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So I got USA. I've got one for Argentina. With these are the number 10. You probably can't see it, but it's for Christian Pulisic, and then I've got a number 10 for Messi from Argentina, and
Hmm.
then I have an unnumbered one from Mexico because I also have to support Mexico because my wife's family's from there. And it makes for fun conversations though when I'm wearing the Argentina jersey and Argentina's playing Mexico.
Oh, they kind of give you the did they kind of give you the side eye, Kyle? They're like,
Oh yeah, I get well, I don't get the text messages, but my wife does. And
oh, okay. Like, what's this hombre doing?
yeah, what's
Who does
this
he
guy
who does
doing?
he think he is?
They know who I think I am.
No,
But I don't
it's
I
cool,
don't
man.
play like FIFA or anything like that.
So
Like I
obviously the World
just
Cup's going on. I, I
I
have a
like
question: is the
watching the
U.S.
World Cup.
still in it?
What's that?
Sorry, is the U.S. Are they still in the? Are they in it? Are
Oh,
they in the?
yeah, dude. So Fridays, it was on Friday last week. They played what is probably one of the best soccer matches that I think I've ever seen in my life. Like
Wow, really?
the USA team was absolutely dominant against it was Paraguay actually that they had played. And last time they played Paraguay it was a tough match, and like there were like I think fights broke out if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Oh, dang.
but this
Okay.
match, I mean, it was like the USA was just dominate. They were playing so good to the point that they pulled their star player after the half because they wanted to rest him for upcoming games because they were like we have a pretty good lead. We don't need to like tire out our main player, no, Christian Pulisic. Like they don't need to tire him out for future games. So they pulled them and put someone else in. It was honestly one of the best games I think I've ever seen in my life, and by far the best game that USA has ever played.
Wow. I wonder.
It was nuts.
I wonder how far they're gonna go this year.
Man, I don't know, cause like Argentina played really good. They were pretty strategic. France played really good. France is always known for playing good. Germany, they played a team that it was their first time ever at the World Cup. It was Curacao, I think, um, and like a small country in the middle of the ocean, and they dominated them. So you couldn't really get a good sense of Germany, but usually they're pretty strong. But yeah, the U.S. man, I don't know. Their next game is on Friday against Australia in Seattle.
Okay. Yeah, the World Cup is in the U.S. for like how long has it been since that's happened? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a long time. So, but it's not just the U.S. So it's Canada, the U.S., and then Mexico. So the neat thing about the U.S. win and then the Mexico game and the Canada game is that the three home countries, their first game that they play is at home, like at home technically. So Mexico's first game they played in Mexico, which was great for the fans because they got to play like at their home base. US, same thing. The US team got to play at home in the US instead of playing in Mexico or in Seattle for their first game. And then same thing with Canada. Canada got to play at home in Canada. So it's been really neat because they also had opening ceremonies and things like that. And man, it's so much fun. You can see the talent that some of these teams have, and then other teams are just happy to have made it to the World Cup, and they get excited just to score a goal. Like they're not expecting to go far, but They're happy to
Yeah,
be there and to be playing against teams that are the best in the world.
that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. They get that fun home field. You kind of hear your home crowd cheering you on. That's kind of nice.
Oh yeah,
You
and
know.
I guess the home crowd cheering has been like so was like so powerful that I mean the U.S. they like were raising at the crowd. They were like going like this at the last. It was like the last minute, and they're like, "Come on, guys, like cheer us on!" And they freaking scored in the last play of the game. Like they had just
Really?
seconds left before the whistle blew. The
Oh my
crowd started
God.
cheering, and the U.S. scores like one last goal. I mean, it's just it's like the crowd's really powerful.
You're kind of you're kind of getting me on board, Kyle. Like you're kind of getting me a little excited about it. I don't know. Where can
I
I
wasn't a
watch it?
believer. Fox, Fox
Okay.
One, I guess. So Fox is like I don't know how streaming or like how TV works these days because I just use streaming services. But
Yeah, that's what I
they have it on
use.
Peacock, but
Okay, yeah, I have Peacock.
Peacock streams it through Telemundo, which is the Spanish service. So they have Peacock owns the Spanish streaming, and then Fox One owns the English streaming.
Oh,
So I can watch it in Spanish, but because I understand Spanish, but I actually like watching it in English because I pick up more of the. Sometimes they do those announcers. I understand Spanish perfectly, but the announcers talk so fast.
right. Yeah, that's
Like
it's different when
it's
you.
hard. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's
Um,
cool. It's a lot of fun. Like there are games where they're just not as interesting, and you're just kind of like, all right, cool. But then there's some games where it's like, oof, that was good.
yeah, yeah. Awesome, man. Well, cool. So you've been watching that. So you haven't been playing many games then?
No, not too many. I kind of dialed those back. I can't remember what was the last game I was playing. It was Star Wars Outlaws, I
Oh, that's
think,
right. Yeah.
and yeah, so I kind of dialed it back. I was like, I'll spend some time watching the World Cup because the World Cup lasts like a month, taking a little bit of a break from games, and then by the time that the World Cup is ending, Halo,
Oh, yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Just in time.
yeah, just in time.
Um. Yeah, I've been playing Rebirth, trying to get through that since I've had it forever and
Yes.
haven't. Um. I found out something about myself while playing Rebirth, and that is suck at this game. Not like I mean, like regular battles are fine, but dude, when I go against any sort of boss, I mean, could be a major boss, a mid boss, whatever, I get my butt handed to me
Really
soundly. Yes,
interesting.
and I'm
You
trying
playing
to.
on hard?
No, medium, just medium. Which I
Okay.
played remake on medium, and I was just fine. But I don't know, man. There must be some sort of system or systems in the game that or in the battling that I'm just not utilizing correctly. Um,
Yeah.
I, I I don't know, but I've had to restart boss battles and put it on easy multiple times because I am just not. I don't know, man. And the ones that Kyle, the ones that I do win, I barely win. I'm talking like
Nice.
two other dead teammates. My health's on the red. I have like no, I am scraping by these battles that I do win on medium. I am like
A win is a
it's.
win, okay?
I mean, yeah, but it's not pretty, man. It's so I'm just yeah. It's fun finding that out about yourself. And you're like, wow, I really suck at this game. So, but
There's
it's
probably
fun.
some gameplay mechanics that you're not utilizing because like the normal mode or maybe you're just like under leveled maybe for some of the content,
Yeah,
but
maybe.
the normal mode shouldn't really be too much of a struggle because like I'm actually not super great either. I'm like I struggled in hard. I didn't struggle too much on normal, but I remember not having a difficult time with it except for when I was under leveled for certain fights or some of the end game fights were like really long and hard and I mean but it's like the culmination of everything that you've learned so you are
Hmm.
expected to be a little bit better by then But I mean, honestly, like I've gotten to the point where I turn stuff on easy if I am not feeling the difficulty,
Yeah,
because I like playing games to enjoy them and not being.
frustrated and angry and
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, I did that with Stellar Blade, right? Like
Oh right.
I think we've talked about that before, where I said,
Yep.
dude, I got the absolute trash kicked out of me by some of the endgame bosses because the step
Mhm.
up in difficulty for endgame, like their bosses are like this. Endgame bosses are like, I mean, they're way out there, and
Really
that
interesting.
or I suck. So easy mode.
Hmm. Yeah, but I mean, like otherwise, it's. I'm really enjoying the game. I mean, there's a lot. I do see the complaint about the mini games, especially in like Costa del Sol. I had to like do these mini games to like.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're fun, Kyle, but they're just. It's just too. I
No,
just
no,
wanted to
no
like. I just wanted to
buts.
get going. I wanted to.
Yeah, dude, you gotta ride your little Segway around and take girls on
Yeah,
dates.
but I
Go
mean,
play
like,
some cards. Like,
and I
dude,
was
it's
like, ah, man. And I did this side mission with like Aerith and Cloud, and I had to do like a couple of those mini games like again. I had to do the shooting one again, and then the one with Red 13 where he does like the soccer ball one.
oh
They're
yeah,
cool, they're fun, but I mean, like, it's a lot. I'm like, oh man, but no, it's fun. The game's fun though, man. I love the game. I love the story. I love how they've expanded each area. You know, they've just added a lot to it. I know some people are kind of upset about it, but I like it. I like seeing one of my favorite games of all time get this big major
yeah,
remake, you know, and it's nice to just see everything filled out. You
yeah,
know, like character backstories and just character growth in general has been widely expanded upon. Uh, you learn more about these characters than you ever did in the OG game. You know, I
yeah.
mean,
That's a
it's
good point.
yeah. I mean, it's true. So I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that character storytelling that they do in this game. It really makes you it's really gotten me way more emotionally attached to these characters than I did in the OG game, and I was in the OG game
Hmm.
attached to them too, but not as deeply as I have been in these remakes,
Yeah.
truly. So, no, they're great. It's going good though. I'm in chapter 7, I think. So
Okay.
I'm going up to Mount Coral now.
Oh, the
So
music at that part of the game is so good as you're going up the mountain. It's like that
really,
retro, yeah, like that retro type music. You'll get there like as you're heading up the mountain to Mount Coral, because like on the other side, I think you're trying to get to the Golden Saucer, if I'm not mistaken. Eventually,
okay, okay.
not I mean not anytime soon. I think it'll still be a while, but
Yeah, I think I'm heading up to like where Barrett's from, like where he
uh
grew up,
huh,
right? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
But I mean, what's really cool about it for me is, like you said, you get to learn more about the characters because they're voiced and they've expanded on all of their stories to give them more context. But yes, it would have been cool also for them to just upscale it and make it like 4K and the exact same story. But that just gives you the same game, just looking better. What they've done is they've gone back and they've given it more context. And for me, they've tried to recreate that same nostalgic feeling of playing the original game, but for the modern age. Which, if they had just
Mm.
upscaled it, it wouldn't have had that same kind of impact. By doing the story like they did, you learn more about them, you get invested in them. There's different things that you get to do in this game, and it's its own experience. And that's what made it really special for me. Is it felt like I was playing the original again, like how I imagined the original
Right.
when I was playing it.
Especially like the battles. It feels like way more like this is how they envisioned the battles going. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Flashy air combos. Come, you know, it's really cool looking.
yeah,
So yeah, I no, I think so far I think they've done a beautiful job on these games, and I can't wait for the third one
yeah.
already.
Third one, third one looks good. The airship and all the combat mechanics, the characters that they're bringing in, and
Mm-hmm.
the conclusion to the story. It's going to be really exciting. The only thing I'm really scared about with that game is I would love the collector's edition, but I'm really nervous that scalpers are going to take it all.
Oh, they're gonna go after it, man. I don't know when they're gonna. release pre-orders for it, but you better be on it because they're gonna be all over that.
I was on it for the last one, and I got really lucky and was able to get the collector's edition. That was real special for me. But I don't know if lightning will strike twice for me on that, and I'll get the collector's edition of the third one. We'll have to see.
Yeah. Well, Kyle, what do you say we get into some gaming news today?
I guess.
Uh, yeah, I don't blame you. It has been a very active last few days, mostly on the Xbox front. I don't know if you've been keeping up, Kyle, but uh,
I mean, a little bit. Like I texted you some of that stuff about um, the new Xbox CEO saying, yeah, we should reduce the price of the console because no one's going to pay that $1,000. But then you came back with, oh yeah, for like a Xbox Series S type console that's less powerful plus financing options. And I was thinking, well, if they do that, then
yeah, so if you look at if you look at the actual quote, Kyle, I don't have it. I'd have to bring it up, but she wasn't like we're going to lower the price of Helix. It was just they need to find ways to like make it affordable for the consumer. And what I think that means is they're going to adopt some sort of renting or well, probably not renting or like
oh
leasing
my gosh.
or financing options for the Helix. Because I would think that okay, they technically can, I guess, like reduce the price of the console, but yeah, they would have to remove some components, maybe a lot of the RAM out of it. I don't know how. No, I'm not. These things get like planned
Dude,
in way
they're
in
just gonna
advance.
put them in rent a center, okay, and then everyone's gonna be able to go down there and rent it till they
Yeah,
own it.
rent it for like 20-30 bucks a month or whatever, or just
It still boggles my mind though because I can't. I would love to sit in on just like I don't even have to say anything. Like I just want to understand. I want to sit in on some of these board meetings where they're like, "Oh yeah, we should definitely increase the price of a console or make the console this much money because of whatever reasons." Because the console isn't what makes you money. The console is your gateway to making money. So why would you block yourself? I was going to say something else, but this is a family friendly show. Why would you block yourself and prevent people from getting access to your console, which is the gateway to all of your console exclusives and the games and the Game Pass? Like, I just don't understand. Sony's doing the same thing.
yeah. No,
I
you're
don't
right.
get it.
They are. So that's interesting you say that because so Satya Nadella has come out now and said that they are done subsidizing or that they've subsidized long enough, for these 25 years they've subsidized and they're done doing that. They're done. So now they need to start making a profit, he was saying. So this comes off the heels of a what I would consider a great Xbox showcase.
Yeah,
But now
I
the next
saw.
100 days are going to look very different, I think, Kyle. Like I think it was Jason Schreier from Bloomberg was saying the Xbox in July is going to look vastly different than the Xbox in June, and that is because it has been reported that there are going to be thousands of layoffs and
Yeah.
multiple studio closures. Kyle, I'm talking. So I think compulsion's already been I think confirmed. That's the people who made South of Midnight, the more recent release, which actually won some awards.
Hmm.
And from what I haven't played it, so I don't have an opinion on it, but I've heard it's very good. Uh, but Double Fine, the people who made the Costume Quest games, Psychonauts. More recently, they just came out with Kiln, that multiplayer pottery game. They came out with Keeper last
Oh,
year. I haven't played either one of these games, so I can't comment on that. But I did play Costume Quest. Loved it. I love both Psychonauts games. I guess Ninja Theory, the people who made Hellblade, uh, they they are on the chopping block. I guess it's already been. They're either going to close or they're going to try and find a buyer. So what
it's so
happened
strange. Like,
was
who's gonna buy a studio like that? Like,
well,
Are you gonna
It's
sell it? I mean, you can sell it to Nintendo, or are you gonna sell it to Sony? Like,
That's what I mean. Investors, like, someone's got to like front them. Say, hey, I want to buy this. I'll invest in this studio. But if they
yeah.
don't, they're just going to close them. So what's interesting about the Ninja Theory situation, Kyle, is if you remember, they just showed off a new game at the Xbox showcase, just called Senua, where it's going to be
Oh,
more
I
action.
did see that.
Yeah. So they just showed this game off. That's coming out next year.
Yeah.
Um, and you're going to close them? Well, some further research has been done by me, Kyle, and
Hey.
it sounds like what has happened was they were showing off that game essentially to attract buyers.
Oh,
Yes.
dang.
The other part of this, Kyle, is Ninja Theory apparently did not know this when they showed this game off. They were told this basically when it was reported. So they were not aware that they were showing off this game essentially to attract new buyers.
Where's my fan? Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
wow.
I d- I don't. That's got such a gross aura about it. Like, why would you do that? You can't even tell them, hey, show off this game. We're gonna try and you know uh, attract investors to maybe
Yeah.
help you spin off and be independent. They didn't even tell them this apparently, Kyle. So
Well, that's because they're not planning on keeping most of the developers. Probably they're gonna like as
right,
so what happens in mergers, acquisitions, and sells and things like that is they will chop as many of the like unnecessary people as possible to cut down on the overhead and make the company look more profitable so it
right,
can command a higher price. It happens all the time. I've got a buddy that was high up in the executive branch of a company that did that exact same thing, cut the entire team and then some, stayed on, obviously himself because he was in the executive team, and the company sold and was acquired. And I mean, I don't know how much he made, but I know it was a lot.
well,
And that's what they do.
it just sucks, man, because they're actually really talented. I didn't play either Hellblade game. I heard they were good. Well, I heard the first one was good. The second one was, I guess, kind of a lackluster. I can't comment. I haven't played either of them. So,
Same.
but but they made Heavenly Sword on the PS3, which was fantastic. If you ever played that game,
I don't think
I
I
don't know if you
did.
remember. Yeah, it
I,
was on
I'd
the
heard of it,
PS3.
but yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it was during the PS3's launch window. I think
You
it came out in
know,
2007.
so PS3 was kind of a weird time for me because I was, I think, in college.
Oh yeah, yeah. You didn't. Like, yeah, right. That's right. You were.
And if I remember correctly, I don't remember having a whole lot of money in college.
Right.
To
As most
like,
people don't.
right, yeah. So I think I missed out on a lot of games that I would have liked to have played. That being one of
Yeah, no,
them.
I get that, man. Well, I guess the point I was they're very talented. It's I hope so. What's going to happen, Kyle, to Ninja Theory is they're either going to find a buyer, someone's going to invest in them and take them on, like say maybe a Nintendo or a Sony or a EA, I don't know, or they're just going to get shuttered.
Yeah.
So
Dang.
there, that's on the line, Kyle. I've heard murmurs that Arcane Leon is on the line. Now, Arcane, they made like Dishonored, uh, Deathloop, which scored very high.
Oh, I remember Deathloop. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Dishonored
they're
too.
making that Marvel's Blade game that's coming out. They just tweeted about it because somebody had asked them about it, and they had tweeted back like "Let us cook." So yeah,
Dang.
and then dude, like a day later, they announced all these studios that are on the chopping block, including them. So
Oh my gosh.
I just, oh my
That
gosh,
that hits me like right here because I've been through so many layoffs in my career. Like I'm probably, let's see, I got laid off once. Technically I was fired twice, but one of them they disguised it. It was a layoff, but like
oh
I've
this
been
guy, oh I
through,
see,
yeah, they disguised it as freaking, they called it performance. And I was like, so are my performance or my performance issues, because every time That's we have our one-on-one chats. I always get high marks, and there's no notes for me on change or anything. It was just because they didn't want to pay severance was basically it. I was like, let's
Mm,
just be honest. But my first layoff ever that I went through, I was a manager. It was basically like a healthcare financing company, and I had showed up for work just like normal. Everyone else did too, and like we were doing our normal morning routines, like checking in on emails and things like that. And it seemed
yeah.
like the aura, the energy in the place was a little bit different. I didn't really notice until after someone asked me, but someone comes over and asks me like, "Hey, Kyle, is it true?" And like, "Is what true?" And they're like, "You haven't heard." And I'm like, "Heard what, guy? Like, we're like, what's going on? Like, stop being so cagey about this." He's like, "Are we all getting laid off?"
Yeah. Just tell me.
I know. I was like, "Just tell me." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" No, we're not getting laid off. And then I was like, "Wait a second." And I pop my head up and look around. I see my buddy, my manager, in the office with his manager, just kind of like head hanging low. I was like, "Oh, you have got to be kidding me!" And what had happened was they were planning on letting all of us go, but not for a few days. But someone broke it, like someone leaked it to the news, and the news wrote an article about it, which my company employees saw,
Mm,
and they learned that we are all being let go. So instead of having a few more days, they let us all go that day because we found
yeah.
out through a news article.
Oh, see, that's dirty. When companies do that, man, that's just plain dirty.
It
It's just
was
gross.
it was so hard at that time too, man. Like we had just like we were building a house. We hadn't closed on it yet. And shortly thereafter, probably because I was spending more time at home, but we found out that we were expecting our first kid. And so it was
Oh,
like, great. So I'm jobless and we're freaking trying to buy a house and now we're expecting and oh man, it was
yeah.
ridiculous. So
It's
like
tough,
I
man.
get it. Like companies, man, they just will do that like they'll do whatever it takes to make their bottom line look good and I mean I feel for all the employees on the chopping block here.
Oh
I
man,
would
it's bad. So I'm
I
gonna
would
read
hate to be
this.
in those shoes.
Yeah, this is from Gamatsu, and they kind of touch on this. So they can probably say it better than I can, but so they say here several studios within Xbox are in active negotiations to spin off from the company in order to avoid closure, including Compulsion Games, Double Fine Productions, and Ninja Theory, according to a Bloomberg report by Jason Schreier. Now, it says now a separate report by The Verge cites sources claiming the staffers at Ninja Theory were informed of the studio's closure today, though the studio is hoping to find a buyer. Ninja Theory just announced a new game, which I had mentioned, Senua, during the Xbox showcase earlier, about 2 weeks ago. So Kotaku also reported earlier today that Xbox was planning to shut down Compulsion Games, but later updated its story to note that studio leadership was in negotiations with Xbox, the details of which were not disclosed. So yeah, the negotiations are either you find a buyer or you're getting shuttered.
Yeah.
It's so while the studios may have the opportunity to buy themselves back and operate independently, the move could still result in significant job losses, according to the Bloomberg report. So yeah, and Shire added that Compulsion Games, Double Fine Productions, and Ninja Theory are not the only studios at risk of closure, and that layoffs are not planned until after the end of Microsoft's fiscal year on June 30th. So last week, Asha Sharma, the Xbox CEO, she published a memo called "The Next 100 Days: The Xbox Reset," hinting at incoming layoffs as the company plans to reset for a stronger Xbox. The memo noted that costs are increasing due to the ongoing component crisis and that the company's current studio system is overextended, which strongly hints at what they're doing. So, and not only that, but we've had a couple of top executives leave Xbox as well. So, Xbox Game Studios head Craig Duncan announced that he will step down from his role, according to a Bloomberg report. Duncan's decision was made last week, just ahead of the planned layoffs. And
Dang.
yeah, there's a couple of them. It isn't even just Craig Duncan. It's. I'm trying to look here. Xbox Craig Duncan, and then
But are they leaving of their own free will, or are they
That's the
like
question.
getting
They don't
axed?
really. Yeah, I don't.
Because it's not it's not normal for executives to be forced out. I think during like layoffs, what I think the usual image is like executives stick around and get like a new team to work with to try to promote. So if they are forcing executives out, or if the executives are leaving of their own free will, I mean that shows that there's something bigger going
Right.
on, and it's like less about like just small changes, and they're actually trying to like redo something in a big way that they're not really saying just yet.
Yeah. There's. I. I don't
Because it's
know.
weird for executives to leave, like when when Asha came in, and shoot, what was the other Xbox CEO's name? Phil Spencer.
Phil Spencer.
um, yeah, I was like, what is his name? Yeah, like when he left, he had like a golden parachute, right? Like he was
Oh, he for
maybe,
sure did.
yeah, maybe forced out, but with the golden parachute. And then they brought in Asha, and I don't know. It's just like that's typically what happens when something is going down. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see how this plays out. But my heart breaks for all the people that are getting caught up in this,
Oh,
because
dude, it's awful. Yeah. I mean, all these people,
it
they have
doesn't like
lives.
like, let's be real. Like, it doesn't actually have to happen. Like, they're making so much money. They are like,
Well,
Xbox and Microsoft are fine.
here's the thing. So these studios that they're closing, right? So like Compulsion Games, Double Fine, Ninja Theory, their games don't sell that much, right? Like they're not big sellers, but that's not why like Microsoft, that isn't why you bought them. You bought them to have these cool, fun, creative, artsy games in Game Pass. That's why you bought them. That's what I don't get, Kyle, is they knew who they were buying.
Yeah,
They knew what kind of games they made. They didn't make these mega AAA 10 $12 million dollar 12 10 to 12 million sellers.
yeah.
They just it was
It
there
was
to
for it
put
was for Game
something.
Pass.
Yeah, it was there to put something fun and creative and just kind of something different in Game Pass. That's why you
Yeah,
bought them. You didn't. So now you're shuttering them because they didn't sell all these millions of copies. You knew that they weren't gonna do that. So why did you
how
even buy them in the first place?
if they're on Game Pass, how are they gonna sell copies anyways? Like,
Well, right, exactly, and that lies in the other problem is like Xbox has trained their audience literally to just not buy games. They just wait for Game Pass. I was talking to a buddy at work today, and I was like, "That's what they're doing." And he goes, "Yeah, that's what I do. I just play games on Game Pass." He told me
guilty
that.
on PlayStation. I mean, if
I
it's not a
mean,
must buy for me, I kind of wait around for it to come out on
yeah,
PlayStation Plus at some point.
but at least on there, you don't really. Well, at least not typically. You don't get like day one buys. So I mean, like,
No,
if
it
there's a game
takes
I
like
really
2 years.
want, yeah, yeah, and you never know what game is gonna. But like, yeah, I don't know, man. This just the way they've handled this. I know that they need to cut expenses, but this just rubs me the wrong way. The way they're doing this, man.
It's almost like they've handled it like big tech, almost like they're handling it. I mean, I'm not blaming Asha in this, but like, oh, because she comes from that world, it's almost like they're handling it just like the world that she comes from, right? Like, I mean, it's ruthless. Like, private equity, large corporations, not even private equity, like publicly traded companies. I mean, it is cutthroat and ruthless. The second that they have a way to do something, they're just going to do it, and they're going to cut whoever it is. I mean, it's ruthless, it's heartless, especially in like the private equity world. But I mean, gaming, it seems like they're kind of taking after the tech world. It's hard to see. I don't like it. I
Well,
think there's
no,
other ways to do it.
there is, and it's largely they're complaining about too. They can't produce consoles, or they can't meet demand. Well, because you can't component cost. She was saying I think it was like 4 to 5 times what it was even just 2 years ago. So they're having trouble keeping up with. They can't really make consoles because they cost too much. But here's the thing, Microsoft, you created or I should say, you were a big player of the reason why we have this RAM crisis. You invested heavily. You went all in on this AI initiative. So they are
That they're
suffering.
pulling from Xbox anyways, right? Like, wasn't there an article on that? They're pulling the AI nonsense from Xbox because the game doesn't
Yeah,
want it.
like they're not going to have the Copilot. But I mean, like it's
Yeah,
just you're suffering from the problem that you yourself created.
yeah.
You created the problem, or I should say, I shouldn't say, not solely Microsoft, but they were, like I said, a big proponent of this RAM issue we're having, and why chipsets and all this stuff has gone through the roof.
You ever asked
And
AI a question?
what,
Have you ever asked AI a question?
like ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
So it's really crazy to me. Like, AI is pretty powerful. It can do a lot of things. Um, I work in software and I use AI every day. And I swear, like, I used to just spend time like creating prototypes and mock-ups and things like myself. That's how I would spend my time. I would spend time blueprinting and doing things to like map out a giant project for my software team to build. Now with the age of I have AI do that for me, and all the time I spend now is basically making sure that AI didn't F it up, because it takes things out of context all the time. I
Oh
asked
yeah,
it the
I've
other
seen that.
day, like, I mean, like, literally, it can't do simple math. Like, I asked it the other day, I went back to the chat that I was chatting with it about, because it was just simple math. I was just trying to figure out, like, it was like a macronutrient calculator, and it put me at 200 grams of protein, and I was like, where did you get 200 grams of protein? Because that's not what we talked about previously. And it was like, oh, sorry, I am hallucinating. And it's just like, it was 180 grams of protein. And I was like, yeah. Like, how are we investing so much time and energy and resources into AI when it can't even look back like a few messages and see, or like look back in context and see what requirements are there? And so, like, AI is very powerful and it can do a lot of things, but it's just moved the goalpost a little bit. Like, previously we were doing all this stuff by ourselves, and now we're having AI do it, and we're spending that same amount of time just double checking the crap that AI is doing to make sure that it was correct. So it's just like we're still doing just as much,
Yeah,
but now we're like double checking Skynet to make sure that it's not screwing around, which it is all the time. Like, it's always messed up.
right. I just think they're doing all the wrong. It's I don't know, man. They're trying to like turn Xbox around, but they're doing it the wrong way. First of all, you're going to take Gears E Day off of PS5, which would by far be its largest platform. Well, maybe PC.
That would be
But
cool.
yeah, but
They already
dude,
have Gears. I mean, they put Gears on PlayStation already. Like, that's just such a.
I know, and it was already, dude. It was ready to go. It was all ready to go. No matter what they want, try and tell you, there was a PS5 version ready to go, and they
I heard
pulled it
about that. There
last
were
minute.
logos and everything. Yeah,
Oh
like
yeah,
there's
dude.
trailers of
So
it.
there, that Aaron Greenberg, he's bold faced lying to everybody. I mean, this was ready to go. So you're gonna pull it, and then also, Kyle. The rumor is Gears of War E-Day cost over $400 million to develop.
Dang.
400 million. You're not gonna recoup that cost with a okay. So first of all, a install base of what 35 million players. I mean, plus PC, and of that Xbox install base, a lot of them are going to just be playing it on Game Pass. So you're going to cut out your PS5 base completely, who would buy this game probably in the millions. I mean, so what you're doing now is you're just hurting your publishing now. You're hurting your studios and you're hurting your publishers by doing this. This isn't going
Yeah.
to save or help Xbox. I'm telling you right now, it will not. This isn't going to do for Xbox what they think it will. Think about this, Kyle. Gears of War and Forza and Halo have been exclusive to Xbox for the last, well, forever, but like since the Xbox One era, like 12, 13 years. and that hasn't helped them drive sales at all. It hasn't. I mean, it's not going to sell consoles. It hasn't sold consoles then. It won't sell consoles now, man.
I mean,
Like,
I did buy a 360 to be able to play Fable and Halo at one point.
yeah, 360. I'm talking about. I'm talking just in the last like a little over a decade. Like
Oh yeah.
these franchises haven't
Well, because like
driven
the Halo
Xbox
creators
sales.
went through a ton of. I mean, they were like they didn't they go from like Bungie to 343, and I mean it was just like
Yeah, now
all
it's
these
Halo
different.
Studios.
Yeah, now it's Halo Studios. You know, I interviewed at 343 at one point years ago.
I did not know that. No, did you?
Yeah, yeah. When we were talking earlier about like layoffs, after my first layoff, I got introduced to someone who was a producer, like a director at 343, and I was interviewing there. I also interviewed at Electronic Arts, and I mean I made it pretty far in both places, but it just wasn't a good fit. Would have been cool though, man. 343. I was just like I was salivating, like I had to wear a
That'd be
bib
crazy.
during my interviews and everything because I was just drooling all over myself.
uh,
But I
yeah,
digress. I think you're right. But I also think that they're trying to redo the image of Xbox, and one of the first things to do is to like protect their eggs, right? And their eggs are their console exclusives. And Sony has done the same thing. Sony stopped putting console exclusives on these other systems, and so Xbox is going to protect their eggs too. For whatever reason, they didn't pull Halo from the list like they did
yeah,
Gears of War E Day, which I'm happy about because I get to
right.
play Halo.
So that that's my other point too, Kyle. Is they're like, okay, so they're half in, half out. So Halo's still coming, Fable's still coming, and then they go, well, yeah, all of our pre-existing games that we have talked about are gonna still come. Okay, well, Senua is coming, and that was a new game. State of Decay 3 didn't have to come. That's a newly announced game. Spyro, that's their property. That's coming. So the messaging is still muddy. If you know what
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? Like we
yeah.
don't like what are you?
I don't think people
It's just confusing.
think of Xbox when they think Spyro, right? Like, I mean,
No,
there's
true,
certain
but
games that like there are certain games that are like you think like they are probably as big of a brand as Xbox, like Halo, for example. I mean, Halo is probably as big. Like you think Xbox, you think console exclusives like Halo and Fable and Gears, and I'm wondering like obviously there's some other things going on in the back, but they're thinking about it through the lens of how do we rebrand this, and we're not privy to those inside conversations, so their choices and their decisions that they're making are like really weird because we're not in the know, and I don't know, it's just that's why I said I'd love to just sit in on some of these meetings. Like I wouldn't say anything, guys, like just invite me so I could sit in and like
yeah,
listen because I'm
I
just
just want to
curious, like
hear.
I just want to hear like what goes into these decision making meetings because from an outsider's perspective it sounds like you guys are really struggling, but I mean maybe you're not, maybe there's some sort of really deep madness in this method.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
don't. I mean, yeah, because I mean, there was an insider that said that they were going to be backtracking on their exclusive thing,
Yeah,
and then Matthew Ball came out. I think it was yesterday, saying no, this is false. We are going to be, Gears and Clockwork are both exclusive. There has not been any talks to, or there are no talks and have been no talks to reverse this decision. But here's the thing again: how much can we trust Xbox executives at this point? It's been so wishy washy. It's been back and forth, and they change their mind every
yeah.
day. So I don't know what to expect from these guys anymore. I just don't think the way that it is going right now, the way that the console space is, I don't see this being the viable path forward for Xbox. If they want to keep the Xbox brand healthy, this isn't the way you do it. I understand, Kyle. I understand why they're trying to do it. They want to drive people towards their console, but it's just not going to happen. Especially how much consoles cost now. People aren't buying consoles nearly as much as they were, and you got to figure out how else you're going to make your brand profitable. It's certainly not going to be keeping these $500 million projects to the smallest install base. So I don't know. I guess it's just total chaos right now at Xbox. Just complete chaos. Uh, we'll see what happens in July, but from what we've been told, it's going to look vastly different than Xbox did this month. So
Yeah. And I mean, I really hope that things work out in their favor because I do not want to see a console and like, these studios and like all of these IPs go down with the ship. Like, I don't want to see Sony in the market by themselves because I don't know, for whatever reason, like Nintendo is just over on an island by themselves doing who knows what over there, but like I mean they're like a whole different they're it's like they're in their own world and like great on them for being able to like be in their own world, but man, like just sometimes I wonder. But I would hate to see like Xbox go down and this like this market turn into a PlayStation dominated market. As much as I love PlayStation, I would rather have competition and console exclusives.
yeah,
And
same. That's why I hate to see this happening to Xbox
yeah,
because
as much as I
PlayStation
want to
needs to
have
be
Halo on my PlayStation,
right.
I would rather not have a monopoly by Sony because they also
Hmm.
haven't been known for making the best decisions.
Right?
Nobody has.
No.
I mean, that's why you need competition, right? Everyone pushes each other to be better.
Yeah,
Like
you need
when
to
you
be
go
kept
and
in
run,
check.
like
Hmm.
my wife went and ran a half marathon recently, and her pace was really fast for like she'd been training, and she like increased her pace so much faster than what I expected. I was almost late to being here at the finish line, and it was because competition, right? Like everyone else is running around you, and like you see the competition and you're going after them. So like you've got hundreds or thousands of people running around you, and if you're a go getter, like you're gonna increase your pace a little bit and pass people
Yeah.
and like and go for like the win, instead of just running out there by yourself. It's so much harder to run 13 miles by yourself than it is to run it against everybody.
Yeah.
So it's
True.
it's hard it's hard to see, but hopefully we get some more information over the next 100 days and it's not like a fire sale for all these Xbox studios and different developers. I'd just like to see them have success here and rebrand Xbox in a way that is conducive to gamers.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm curious to see what's going to happen here in the next few weeks. It's going to be very interesting to say the least. So,
Yeah, Xbox. Like, if you want to like have us on in one of your board meetings just to listen, like
yeah.
we would listen. Yeah, we would listen
Um,
and not judge.
yeah. Yeah. Or at least quietly judge.
No, it's that line from what's that movie? We listen and we don't judge.
Oh yeah, that's that TikTok trend or whatever, or that
Yeah,
right?
does it come from a
If it
movie
does, I
though?
haven't seen it. I just saw the trend
Okay,
happening.
yeah, that's all. I saw it on LinkedIn earlier today. It was like for Wednesday, we listen and we don't judge, and
Hmm.
it would just help my brain to understand if I could listen to some of the decision making meetings.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with this whole Xbox fiasco. Um, but we'll keep an eye on it and report on it later. Anyway, moving on to some, I guess, better news, Kyle.
Yeah.
I know you don't
Oh,
have a
good.
Switch.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I know you don't have a Switch 2 yet, but I think it looks like Nintendo might be experimenting with achievements, like an achievement slash trophy system. So at that Nintendo Direct that happened, they announced it's called the DK Challenge, and basically it's a bunch of little challenges from an array of all these Donkey Kong games that they have on their Nintendo Switch Online service.
Yeah.
including Donkey Kong Bonanza. So if you own that, you can do challenges in that too. I do own it, but I haven't tried any challenges in that game yet. But basically, so it runs from June 9th to September 1st, and it's like I said, it features challenging challenges ranging from pretty easy, like just complete this level, or like just do this little section in the level, and then but some of them are kind of hard. Like I had to do this Donkey Kong versus Mario section, and it's basically a puzzle game, and you got to complete that whole level, and I haven't done it yet, so I gotta use my I gotta put on my thinking cap for that one. But
You turn into
it's
a
cool.
cat. You try the
What's
cat.
that?
Did you try turning
Oh,
into a cat?
I didn't try that. No, I wasn't.
Okay,
I didn't think about
because
it.
in the movie it worked.
Oh yeah, yeah, right. Um, so, but yeah, once you complete it, it's like a challenge complete. It's a nice little. It gives you a nice little jingle, and it gives you a
Oh,
cool looking
cool.
card. Like, and it's like you can collect these cards to like show off that you did these challenges. So I
Yeah,
don't know. That sounds like an achievement system to me.
it
So
does.
I think this is how Nintendo introduces achievements. I don't know. And if they do, Kyle, I'll tell you what, I'll be playing my Switch 2 a lot more
Yeah.
because I enjoy trophy
You're a
hunting.
trophy hunter. I was gonna say, yeah. I'm the opposite. I actually get zero satisfaction from hunting trophies.
And that's fair, man. Yeah, not everyone
I
likes that.
I only do it when I'm looking to 100% a game because I love the game so much, but not because I want the trophy, but just because I want to do everything that the game has to offer.
Right.
I
Yeah.
really like for me the trophies aren't it, but maybe Nintendo does a little bit differently that is more enticing to somebody who is trophy hunting resistant.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool, Kyle. It's neat. If I were to bet, I think Nintendo introduces this system like fully this generation. I think they're gonna do it. This is the way that I think gauge interest. I think they want to gauge interest, right? Like they want to see
Yeah.
who's all doing it. So I've been doing it. I've completed quite a few of them. Like I said, I haven't done any of the Donkey Kong Bonanza ones, but I should probably hop on that, get some of
I
those
could see them
cards.
like checking their stats. This Justin guy is our only user of this achievement system right
Yeah,
now, and
he's
he
the
is
only
like
one out of
going
the
crazy.
16, 17 million. Yeah,
Yeah, we've got like 17 million people. No one else has used this, but this one Justin guy. I mean, he's like,
man, he is going off on this.
yeah, and he thinks that everybody else is competing against him for trophies. No, it's neat. Like it's a way to drive engagement. It's just it's not one that works on me, but it works with a lot of people to go trophy or achievement hunting and get
Yeah.
like collectibles. Almost like kind of reminds me of like the NFT phase, like where everyone was looking for
Oh
these like
God.
collectible
Yeah.
NFTs, but in this case, you're not spending money on it. You're just
Right.
showing off
Exactly.
your achievements that you've unlocked.
I'm so glad that died
Dude,
quickly.
it's so freaking crazy, man.
I know. Um, so yeah, we'll kind of see what they do with that. It's a cool little thing. I don't know. To me it's fun earning those little cards. Um, I yeah, I guess I don't have much else to say about that. They're just a neat little addition, and adds a little something to the game. So because
Yeah.
yeah, it took me through like Donkey Kong Country like one, two. So obviously you have to subscribe to Nintendo Online to do these because it takes you through like their catalog of like the Super Nintendo, their Game Boy section, all that kind of thing. It takes you through all their different console iterations of Donkey Kong. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, they're fun, man. I could really get into it if they expand on it more and start adding it to more games, and I could see it being a real problem for me. So, but
I am still planning on getting a Switch, um, just at some point.
yeah,
I'm still planning on it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, if you do, try and get it before September 1st. I think that's when the price hike
Gosh,
takes
dang
effect.
it. Ah, but what if they put out an OLED model like right after the
Well,
first?
yeah, you never know. Well, maybe wait then, Kyle. I don't know. But you can't wait too long because Ocarina of Time Remake is coming out this, I'm
Dude,
going to say November.
we haven't even seen gameplay on it. Like,
I know, but I'm confident, man.
if if it comes out in November, I am going to hard skip on it because my pattern is full. We talked about this. November through whatever time next year that I finally get bored of Grand Theft Auto 6.
Well, Kyle, this is going to surprise you, but if that comes out in November, guess what game I'm skipping? It ain't going to be Ocarina of Time Remake.
Mm.
I'm probably the only person on Earth who is. That's the way it is for them, but
Again,
GTA
Nintendo guy's
6?
gonna be checking his usage stats. He's gonna be looking at it going, we got one person playing the remake of Ocarina of Time, and it's that same Justin guy that's been trophy hunting. Man, he's our like our golden
Yeah, our golden
golden
goose.
yeah, our golden goose over here, man. He's just laying these eggs. No, it's because for me, like just with the time and everything, like GTA. So the reason for it is because GTA 6 it may or may not launch with multiplayer online. We don't I don't think we
Yeah, they
know
haven't
that
said
yet.
yet.
Yeah, but like a launch like that is like a it's like a global event almost, you know, like when a new multiplayer game launches that is like you just want to be part of that craze. That's what GTA 6 the launch is for me. Like I want to be part of that craze. Like I could probably wait, you know, and play it when the servers are more stable and that, but I want to be part of that craze. Ocarina of Time is it's a single player game. There's no online components to it. Like I can quite literally pick it up like at any point. It's not going to go on sale ever. Like it'll just be the same price, but I don't know that I need to be part of the craze of the initial playthrough if they're overlapping. Now, if it comes out in a different time and I've got, there's like no other games in my backlog, then yeah, obviously I'd
Yeah,
pick it up right away.
yeah, yeah. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Okay, that's it, man.
But
All we
dude,
got.
we haven't even seen gameplay for it yet.
I
Like,
know. I know.
what if the gameplay is like 30 frames per second at 720p?
I don't know. I doubt it, but we'll see. I'm excited. I think we'll see something in the next month, if I had to guess.
I hope so. That'd be really
We'll see.
neat. I have a
Yeah.
friend that he was sending me that day that the trailer came out. He was sending me a whole bunch of stuff on it, and he was saying how like he's really excited about it, and I was like, dude, I mean, yeah, me too. Like I have it back here, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I love it. I
Yeah.
just it depends on when they release it. Like they might release it during a time when I just actually cannot play it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man, but that's all we got. So, all right, guys. That will do it for episode 22. If you're new or checking us out for the very first time, hey, consider throwing us a like. It'd be cool if you shared the video, subscribed, and it would help us in the channel out a lot, guys. So until next time, stay leveled, stay looting, and we will catch you at the next save point. Peace.